Hey, what's up, guys? Tito here with the Law Android on the live broadcast for Monday. Basically, just got some stuff that I read about. Just kind of want to share with you guys on a live show. And first off, I want to talk a little bit about the J3, the J7 being hiked up in price. I know this is going to be upsetting to some people that were probably holding out, waiting for this device to actually drop in price. And it seems like that's not going to happen. Credit goes to Draconic Warfare to start off, basically. He posted up a video today on his YouTube channel, so you guys might want to head over there and check it out. He might have further information if he's gotten anything else. I'll post it up. But he was going to basically put up a video stating that the J3 and the J7 was going to go up in price by $20 on Boost Mobile. So if you go to boostmobile.com or if you go into a Boost Mobile store, not presently at this moment, but coming up soon, the J3 will be priced at $199.99, and the Galaxy J7 will be priced at $249.99. So that's kind of a bummer. I've never really seen this before. I know I did like a quick little, well, not quick, but I did a video about it earlier today. But I just wanted to touch more base on that. And I think I tried to think of different things, of reasons why Sprint and Boost Mobile would hike the price up on these phones, because I don't really see them selling like hotcakes. I don't see them, like everyone rushing to get one. I know some people have bought it. I own one myself. Actually, I own both devices, and they're really good. They really are for what you get. Okay, so don't expect Note 7 type, just the way the phone would react to how you use it. But if you're looking for a phone that's going to get things done, both those phones can do it. And while the J3 I consider to be a smartphone, the J7 is a phablet. So it's really about preference, really about size and everything like that. But I'm just, I just can't really wrap my head around all this. Like, why the increase in price? I know for a fact that Boost Mobile's not going broke. Okay, they're not a company that is facing being shut down. As a matter of fact, they are Sprint's go-to MVNO. Out of all the MVNOs that Sprint has under its umbrella, under SoftBank, Boost Mobile is top. You have Virgin Mobile behind it, and you got other MVNOs like Sprint Prepaid, and you got Freedom Pop that piggybacks off their network. You got Ring Plus that also piggybacks off of their network as well. So there are multiple different MVNOs that piggyback off of Sprint, but the two main ones, which is Boost Mobile and Virgin Mobile, are directly by Sprint, Boost being the top tier MVNO for Sprint. So I don't see them going out of business or having any issues as far as money-wise. And the fact that they're releasing, or they have already released, the Boost Unhooked Unlimited plan, a company that's struggling that bad and is facing being shut down, wouldn't offer something like that at that price. It would have been much more higher. It probably would have been like $85 or $95. But it's it's $50. So I just don't understand. I really don't understand where Boost Mobile is going with this. Like, why are they increasing the prices on these two phones? Especially the J3. The J3's been out longer than the J7. Ugh, lost my voice there. Longer than the J7. It has been out longer, okay? It's been out since January, I believe. Was when I bought the phone and unboxed it, and I got it, I think, like 2 days, or I think 2 or 3 days after it had been released. I had gotten the J3, did an unboxing, did some reviews and things like that. It's been out quite some time, and it's always been offered at $179.99, and it's been that way unless like Best Buy or Radio Shack or somewhere has some sort of promo deal where you can get at a cheaper price, but the base price has always been $179.99. I just don't understand where they're going with this. Like, why increase it by $20? You're not helping your situation. If you're trying to get people to come over to Boost Mobile and say people are Samsung fanatics, which obviously, I don't care what anyone wants to say, but Samsung is top tier phones. Yeah, hiking the price up is not going to want them to come now, especially if they talk to someone that knows about Boost Mobile, that has Boost Mobile service, or even has any of those phones. We'll sit there and tell them, like, wow, you bought it at a real jacked up price because I got mine in April for $229 or $199.99 when it went on sale. And if you got the J3, people are going to be like, I got it for $99. I got it for $149.99. I got it for its full price at $179.99. It it's not going to help your situation at all whatsoever. So, I'm waiting to see if Draconic Warfare releases an additional reason why they hiked the price up by $20 on each device. I'm hoping there's some sort of good reason, but then again, usually when a company hikes the price up on a device, there's not really a good reason for consumers. It's a good reason for business, and I don't like it when companies like to focus more on their business rather than, balancing it 50-50 of business and consumer, because that's how you lose customers really, really, really fast, Verizon. Just saying. But, yeah. So, besides that, moving on, I've gotten questions about the ZTE Z Max Pro, and the only thing I'm going to tell people on my channel is I'm going to refer you guys over to Paul Tech's channel, because he does have the device. He did an unboxing, he does reviews, he does little quick videos here and there, tips and tricks about it. I really don't know jack about the ZTE Z Max Pro other than what I can read off specs, and that's about it. But as far as like the performance of the phone, the behavior of the phone, I can't tell you guys anything. I can't compare it to a Boost mobile phone because I don't have it in hand. But I would like to refer you guys over to Paul Tech's channel. You guys can head over to his channel and check out his videos on the ZTE Z Max Pro. Why didn't I pick one up? Because I don't have Metro PCS service. That is the absolute reason why. And I'm not going to go get Metro PCS service just to unbox, just to review one particular phone. Like, to me, I have colleagues and friends on YouTube that use different services than I do, and so why not, push them over that way, And it's like, if people ask them a bunch of stuff about Boost Mobile that they're not sure about, they can push them my way. It's all, it's all camaraderie here. So, let it be known, the ZTE Z Max Pro will never be in my hand. I have no reason to buy one, but if you guys are so sure that you guys want to know about this device, head over to Paul Tech, and if not Paul Tech, also head over to TechRite. TechRite also has the ZTE Z Max Pro as well, and you can guys check out his opinions. And it's always good to look at different reviewers, so you get different, opinions and things that they look at, because honestly, us reviewers, we look at a phone a certain way, and our way should never be taken as gospel. So I appreciate those people interested in Boost mobile phones. Check out my channel. I think it's great if they also go to Draconic Warfare and check out his channel. If they go to CV Tech and check out his channel. And anyone that reviews Boost mobile phones, you guys check all of our channels out and listen to all of our opinions, and then you guys can make a decision whether you guys are going to buy a particular phone that we're reviewing or not. And then that way you get it from all angles and not just one person's point of view. Because no matter how much that I fight to remain unbiased about things, some things that I enjoy about a particular phone are always going to be fed through my reviews, and that's inevitable. That can't be changed, because if I like a certain phone, I'm going to talk about something I like about it. Now, what I like may be very different from what someone else likes, and that is the reason why you guys should check out everyone else's channel besides just one reviewer's. Although I appreciate those who have commented and like my videos and tell me that I'm a good reviewer and everything like that. I really take that to heart. That's really nice, and I appreciate that. And there's those comments that keep me going all the time here on YouTube. So moving from that, Mango. Okay, now this is a pretty cool name for an MVNO under T-Mobile. Mango. I mean, this is just absolutely cool as hell. I looked it up on Google Play Newsstand. I shared it to the community on Google Plus. So if you guys follow Aloha Android on Google Plus, I just recently posted it up there. But an MVNO that piggybacks off T-Mobile's network is called Mango, and it's kind of almost similar to Ring Plus as far as their plans. I mean, I'm gonna pull one up right now, and I think it's really, really, really cool. And of course, like the name scheme here, the name scheme is just ridiculously funny, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can find it here. Oh, no. I believe the article is on prepaidphonenews.com, so you guys want to read it for yourselves, you guys can go there and check it out. But okay, Mango Mobile, the new T-Mobile MVNO with unlimited talking text. All right, so they have, it's weird, they have 3 plans, but 2 of the plans are priced identically. So the first plan costs you $19 a month. It's called Fresh Mango. You guys get where I'm going with this? It gives you unlimited talk and global text. So it's not just here in the US, but you can text to Mexico, Canada, etc. But you get 100 megabytes of data and a $5 international credit, I guess, for international calling. That's Fresh Mango. Now, there's another plan priced exactly the same. It's $19. It's called Ripe Mango. This one gives you 250 minutes, unlimited global text, and 1 gigabyte of data with a $5 international credit. And then you have Sweet Mango, which is unlimited talks, unlimited global text, 1 gigabyte of data, and a $10 international credit. So it says here the Fresh Mango plan is also available as a multi-line or family plan. The first line is $19. Each additional line is $16 per month. Each line gets unlimited talk and global text with 100 megabytes of data. So that's kind of a bummer that they don't give everybody 1 gigabyte of data. It says here additional data can be added to any plan at $2 for 100 megabytes, $5 for 400 megabytes, $10 for 1 gig, and $25 for 2.5 gigs, and $50 for 5 gigs and up. Well, not 5 gigs and up, but just 5 gigs. Not the best plans, definitely by far. Just reading that right there, I mean, $1 gets you 400 megabytes, I believe it was. Let's go back and look. No, $2 gets you 100 megabytes of data. That's insanely weird, considering, you know, with Boost Mobile data packs, I think it was like what, $5 gets you 1 gigabyte of data, and then $10 gets you 2 gigabytes of data, which is not great either. But these ones are just even more insane. $25 for 2.5 gigabytes of data. That's not gonna have me rushing to jump and try out Mango. I'll just go to the grocery store and buy a real mango, a ripe mango, a fresh one, and a sweet one, and try it. Then switching over to this Mvno. Now, I don't know exactly where Mango is located. If it's located here in the U.S. or if it's located like overseas. I think it has to be located here in the U.S. since it's talking about international credits for calling and global text. But then again, I could be wrong. It could be something that's, you know, either in Mexico. It could be something in Canada. Who knows? I didn't do a lot of research on Mango. I just saw that and thought it was pretty interesting to share with you guys about Mango. Just because the name itself, Mango, is just kind of weird. Well, fruit flavor, and then the name of the plans. Like I said, it's almost similar to Ring Plus, because Ring Plus has quirky names for their plans as well. Like they have one called Ice Cream. Who was? And that one was like, you know, 1,000 minutes, 1,000 texts, 1,000 megabytes of data. So, you know, it's just one of those weird things. So, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about the HTC A9s, leaked photos of that device. Now, the HTC A9 last year caught a lot of slack from a lot of people, and that was just because everyone was just hell-bent on talking about how the A9 copied the iPhone, when, you know, HTC kind of used that unibody design and everything else before the iPhone switched over to that style. But now it's getting harder to defend HTC when they blatantly rip off the iPhone, and then this one with the A9s stands to prove correct that they are biting the iPhone. Now, it's not to say like they did it before. As honestly, I've always believed that HTC with the unibody style did it first before Apple did it with their iPhone 6. Okay, because their iPhone 5 was bulkier and looked a little bit different. You guys can see it. If you guys look at the iPhone SE, it's identically to the iPhone 5, 5S, and all that. So, anyhow, so the A9s, you guys can probably find it online. Probably find it on Google Plus if you're an avid Google Plus user. You'll see that a lot of people have been posting leaked photos of what it's going to look like, the cameras and everything, position, the shape of the cameras, everything else, antenna bands, everything pretty much screams iPhone 6 or 6S. And to me, I think HTC really needs to stop what they're doing here, kind of take a break, you know, have a Coke and a smile, and start to think outside of the box. Start to be a little creative, be a little innovative, because going off and saying we're going to make the next generation of the of a phone, what are we going to call the A9, the new version of it? Let's slap an S on there. I mean, that's kind of a ripoff to the iPhone. The iPhone has always been known to, have the next generation up, have the S. So you have the iPhone 6, then the next year it's the iPhone 6S. This year will be the 7. Next year will be the 7S. I mean, that screams Apple Inc. That screams iPhone, okay? Doing it with the HTC device and having the A9 and now the A9s, there could have been, there's so much naming schemes here that manufacturers just blatantly just not see, not look, don't realize that they can do to make things interesting with their phones. So HTC with the A9s already, that just totally gave it away. And then the leaked photo of what it looked like was just even more ridiculous. It's pretty much an iPhone with the HTC logo on it, and it runs Android and not iOS. I mean, a good prank to people is if you can somehow load, let's say, iOS 9.3.3 onto the HTC A9s and, got rid of the HTC logo. How many people would mistakenly confuse that phone for the 6S, for the iPhone 6S? You could try and skin it, because there's people that skin Android to look reminiscent exactly like iOS. I did a video that a lot of people didn't fall for. Some people did, but some people just knew already off the bat that I would not ever buy an iPhone. And so when I even tried to pull that prank on April 1st this year, it was like a failed prank. No one bought it. Some people disliked the video, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, you can try to theme it to look like iOS, and it may just fool people off Jump Street, just right off the bat. That's how similar the A9s looks to the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6. Why do it? Again, this is one of those things that makes me frown about manufacturers, the fact that they are scared to think outside of the box. Obviously, at some point they are. I'm not sure why they are, I mean, yeah, things fail. I mean, look at the Sharp Aquos Crystal. That thing failed. It was a fail. It was a great idea. Bezel-less display, except for that bottom chin bezel, but the top, the sides didn't have any bezels at all whatsoever. Edge-to-edge display. Well, great idea. Well, absolutely fantastic. I think the Aquos Crystal is a sexy-ass phone, but the performance was the big issue there. And honestly, I think a lot of the screen issues with the Aquos Crystal was based on the fact that it used the technology where you placed your ear to the screen to hear things. So the vibration would pitch off a frequency that your ear can hear, but I mean, you pull the phone away and you're not really going to hear anything. Great idea. Thinking outside the box, solid 10. Performance, not great, but they did fix it with the Aquos Crystal 2. And that goes to show, I mean, sometimes, when you do something that you feel is going to be awesome and amazing, it may not turn out that way from the very jump. But when you continuously build at it, it gets better and better. You guys agree with me on that one? So HTC, I really think, for them to become relevant again, because don't get me wrong, HTC was very relevant, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, they were relevant. It was only up in the last 4 years they've kind of gone downhill, especially with the One M9, or whatever they call it. Like, that device was just like disappointing to people. Well, the M8, actually, I think it is. The M7 was the first one, and then yeah, the M8 was the one that was disappointing to everybody. And you can't blame people. People want something new. While they are, excited for all flagships that come out, and then the attempted flagship killers that come out, still, people want something new. They want something fresh in design, easy on the eyes, beautiful in the hand. Something that's a neck breaker, like when you hold the phone, people are gonna look, and they're gonna snap their neck, taking a second look, because they've never seen anything look like that before. And a lot of the smartphones are always biting off each other and looking the same, one after another. I mean, Samsung, notorious for this one, all their devices look alike, in my opinion. All of them do. Whether it's from the J series to the E series to the C series to their A series, they all look alike. I mean, if you look at the Galaxy A9, you can mistake it for, a Note 4, okay, with a metal body. Yeah, the A9 is a giant phone, 6-inch display, really hefty, big monster, behemoth of a phone. But Even like the A9, the A5, and the A7, they look alike. And they look just like the was it the E5, I believe it is, and they look like the C5 and the C7. You know, people get tired, they get bored of the same looking type phone. I mean, one thing that I am happy about Samsung is the fact that they may release a Android flip phone, kind of bringing back the retro style, but keeping Android and TouchWiz on the device, a decent sized display, touchscreen from the front, flip open, you get your dialer. I mean, that stuff is cool. You know, it's like I said, it's retro. I mean, for us old fogies that back in the day, cell phones was either candy bar style like Nokia's or flip phones like Motorola. I mean, that stuff will bring back those memories and everything like that. And the younger generation that has had nothing but iOS, Android, and Windows phone can appreciate the flip design. So Samsung, kudos for bringing that. But I believe Sharp was already doing the same thing with I believe it was I think it was called the K7, the Aquos K7 or something like that. But it was a flip phone also that ran Android, had touchscreen and all that stuff too. I mean, so not definitely groundbreaking, but kind of a step in the right direction. I think sometimes like a reboot, a reset, and bringing back something from the past back into our hands again is kind of like a good step into further development of something new, some new piece of tech. I honestly feel that way, that we kind of need to go that route. So HTC, listen to your fan base that's depleting because of your serious mistakes to do weird things like the A9s. Think of something new. Actually, I said this in a past broadcast, I think, but I honestly think HTC should bring back the Evo series. The Evo series was fantastic. I mean, that was a device that everybody just knew about, heard about, wanted, and bought. Even the Evo 3D, that phone, while some things about it I consider to be a fail, the Evo 3D did have some beneficial things. Like if they had a better battery back then, I'm sure the 3D mode would have been like stellar. Like imagine today's battery standards, like a 3,500 milliamp hour battery, or even let's take the battery from the LG X Power, the 4,400 milliamp hour battery, and slap that in the HTC Evo 3D. Yeah, that's just going to be phenomenal. You got two cameras in the back, but they're not for like wide angle or any of that crap. They're made for taking 3D pictures, and that was great. And then the screen display technology was built to watch 3D images without the need of 3D glasses. Like that right there was like if I had 4 thumbs and then 4 thumbs up, but I can't do that. I don't have 4 thumbs. I'm not mutated. But yeah, the Evo series needs to come back. I think HTC focused too long on their the HTC One, and continued on with that. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they had too much parties. Maybe the change of CEOs just changed the idea of things for HTC. But yeah, they need to bring back definitely the Evo series. I think that would definitely help. They reliant on the One series, and the Desire series is okay. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, HTC Evo, bring it back. We want it back. Besides that, well, I guess I'll talk about it anyways because I just, I read another article that was actually pretty cool. It had to do with Chrome being able to use Chromecast with Hangouts. So, like what I'm doing right now, I'm actually able to cast this to, my TV. And I was reading a little bit about it. I didn't dive too much into it. It was a very long article. But basically, Chromecast on version, Chrome version 52 supports it. Let me just pull it up here before I get off. So, okay, Google Cast. Now fully integrated with Chrome, allowing casting to Hangouts. So, yeah, they've been testing it for over a year now. As long as you're on the latest version of Chrome, version 52 stable or later. So this is for like desktop Chrome. You should begin seeing the option to cast to Hangouts in a few days. Well, I'll just read you guys the article. It says Hangouts for over a year, with the most recent sighting back in July. The feature never rolled out widely or was officially acknowledged by Google until now. Casting directly to Hangouts is coming to everyone soon, thanks to a full Google Cast integration with Chrome on the desktop. You no longer need to have an extension installed to cast content in Chrome, but you can still have the cast shortcut installed. You can use the toolbar button, the right-click menu on the page, or Chrome menu. The cast pop-up will show all available cast devices, including ongoing Hangouts calls. This also works with Cast for Education platform. You can use the cast button that appears on the video content to select a Hangouts call to. That's kind of interesting, but I'll read more into that and probably talk about that in the next live broadcast, but I just kind of want to give you guys a heads up of that. Also, let me know what you guys think about Cast. I remember the Chrome app on Android allowed you to cast videos and stuff from your phone to like Chromecast or to a Nexus player. And I know they took that feature out of Chrome, which was kind of stupid in my opinion, so I had to use secondary apps like Cast to Nexus player to, because I watch free movies online. I mean, sometimes the movie quality is not the best, but I do get to catch some of the movies that's in theater. I catch them online, and I go to the number 4, the letter U, free.info, which gives you like all these new movies that have been out. Some are in TS format, some will tell you poor quality camera recorded, some will actually have an HD rip. It just depends on how these people are getting the movies uploaded on the internet. And I used to be able to cast it from my Chrome app, and now I can't. I have to use a third-party app to do that. But we'll talk more about that in the next live broadcast. I want to thank you guys for coming in right now, the 9 people that have been watching-ish, 9 down to 5, back up to 8, 9. Thank you guys for coming in. If I'm not responding to your comments on YouTube, it's because I don't have the YouTube app pulled up where I'm looking at the live chat section. I'm just strictly on Hangouts right now. But I appreciate you guys viewing. Also, this week, expect introduction videos from members of We Are Techies to be coming up on the channel. Still working out on a lot of things, and I want to launch this thing correctly and right. I don't want to rush things, so no content's been up right now. And thank you to those people that went to the Facebook fan page of We Are Techies and began following. Even though we haven't commented or posted anything really up yet on the fan page, there's people that's been liking it right now. So far, I think it's like 25 likes. Not a big number, but not a big issue for us. I'm just glad that people are going over to the social medias and following that to stay up to date. You guys will know who all the members are, and we'll begin doing live broadcasts once a week. I just got to work out the time frame with everybody, make sure we can all get on at the same time. But enough about that. Thanks for checking out this broadcast. If you guys catch the replay, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. Check out some of my other content. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a great rest of your day. I love you guys very much. See you guys next time.